Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining this meeting. I'm aware that it's been a crazy time of year and that we're all quite low energy and potentially low capacity. So I just want to acknowledge that before beginning. I also want to state that this is not an action-based meeting, but rather a time for us to think and reflect. And that the purpose of this meeting is for us to think about how we're working, how we're using our employees to do that work, and if this is a sustainable and scalable way for marketing to operate. I know that that might sound like quite a big topic to think about or broach at this time of year, so I do want to couch it in some data and storytelling, as I am aware that this is a data-driven organisation, and I want to equip you with the right information to make the right decisions. As your HRBP, I also believe fully that I must remain myself educated on organisational design and change management initiatives. So I did a course recently, and the information was just amazing that came out of it. So I would like to present some of that information to you and then couch it in our employees' realities as well. According to the course that I did, 15% of our employees actually touch our consumers that we create our product for. 85% of our employees don't do it at all, so they have to come to work and be motivated by very different reasons for working. I thought this was very insightful and quite a sobering piece of data, especially because I realized that as a marketing organization, we are part of the 85%. Our employees don't touch our consumers at all. I then took this information and went just to find out how the team then remains motivated and how work is going for them. They had great things to say around our people, our purpose, our culture, and so well done as always for the way that you invest in our employees. But then there were some pretty sobering facts that came out after a little bit more of a deep dive with them. As an HRBP, I'm often able to create a safer space for them to sort of unload outside of the craziness of their sort of daily grind, as you would say. And so I'll mention 3 facts that they raised, and how the 3 facts then take place in HR-related data. Fact number 1, 74 tickets have to be logged in order to change a single name on a course. It's a lot of tickets, as you can see. Secondly, our brand strategists spent 80% of their time doing coordination related tasks and only 20% of their time doing strategy work. It's a high salary line item for coordination work, so are we getting the value there? And then thirdly, that only 3% of our SLAs have changed since our inception. Despite the huge amount of growth that our company has experienced, we've never addressed if how we're working is actually working, and we've just continued to bring people into solving that problem, which is an expensive way of running business. And you might ask, okay, well, Rice, we know we're doing this fine and it's working, and what's the point? The point is that we're beginning to see the effects of how we're working on our operating expenses. So we have a huge increase in our salary line item, which has an impact on our revenue and then our profitability. We have 33% increase in salary line items this year, which is hugely impactful and definitely not sustainable. But more than that, we've seen an unprecedented amount of burnout cases logged. We have 36 burnout cases logged in this team, and out of 100, that's quite a big amount. We've also seen our turnover increase by 20% this year, which is really not sustainable and massively counterproductive and countercultural. And then finally, when I've interrogated our leavers as to why they've left, they've quoted that it's number 1 reason for leaving is job dissatisfaction. So what do we do about this? I would like to present 2 options. So option A is we can continue as we have been, because it is kind of working in some ways, but then I do believe that we'll see an increase in our turnover, a decrease in productivity, a decrease in the quality of our product as well. Or we can leave this meeting and go and think and deliberate a little bit on what our employees are saying to us, and then how we can find the root issue then, and then solve that, so that over time we're able to really create a much healthier way of working and culture. So to conclude, as said before, this is not about acting, but rather about reflecting and thinking. So I will be scheduling a secondary meeting after this, and what I would like you to do for this meeting is to think about statements, aspirational statements that you would like to see come out of our employee base the next time I go in and do some surveys with them. So thank you for your time, and have a good day.